Okay guys, so I got a comment from somebody subscribed to me. Her name is Cayla and she's a fellow visually impaired YouTuber, and she made a video about the definition of legal blindness, which was amazing. It's very articulate and just very well put together, and she did way better than I could have ever done. So I really suggest that you go check that video out if you're interested in what it actually means to be legally blind. But in that video she mentioned that people who are legally blind can't drive, which I can, and I think that that's the best example of how I live sighted and blind at the same time. I live in both worlds. And so I thought I'd talk a little bit about driving, because I feel like we've talked a lot about what I can't see, and so I think it would be nice to talk about what I can see for a change. So I didn't get my license until I was like 26. I just know that my daughter was born and I wanted to be able to drive her around and take her to appointments and stuff like that, even though I was scared to do it. Not just because of my vision, but because it's scary to go do your driving test. So I went to my doctor, to my eye doctor, and he filled out a form that just has your diagnosis on it and any restrictions. There's, you must wear corrective lenses. You can only drive in familiar areas, or you can only drive during the day. He only marked that I had to have corrective lenses, which I do. Obviously I'm not going to drive down the street without my contacts in. I wouldn't even make it down to the corner. But that's the only restriction he gave me. And then when I went to go do my driving test, when they have you do the vision part, you just hand them the paper and they look up your condition in a book and write it down. But they couldn't even find mine in a book, so I don't know why that is, but whatever. They just marked it off, I guess. And so then I did my driving test and all that. Even though I don't have any restrictions on my license, I still kind of take it upon myself. I don't like to drive at night. I really only do that if it's necessary. If it's raining and it's dark, then I really only do it if I absolutely have to, because the glare is just too bad and it's really hard for me to drive. I have to drive really slow. So I just try not to ever do that unless I absolutely have to. And then I don't really drive in unfamiliar areas either. Like, I don't drive on the freeway unless I absolutely have to. And it's just because I can't see like street signs, like read them until they're too close for me to be able to like get in the right lane or anything like that. So I just don't typically do that. Usually I just have somebody else to drive if we're gonna go out of town or something like that. So usually I just am driving around town, which, no big deal. So anyways, I thought I would just take you on a little drive so I can show you what I can see and how easy it is for me to drive. And yeah, so let's go. So here we are, we're gonna go on a little drive, and I'm gonna show you that legally blind people can in fact drive, if given permission by their eye doctor, of course. And really, the main thing here why driving during the day is so much easier is because if you can see the contrast between the road and the curbs, and, well, everything in general, the contrast is very high. So it's really quite easy for me to drive during the day. You'll see that whenever I pull up behind somebody, I always try to leave a little bit of distance, just in case there's something off with my depth perception, which I don't think that there is, but just in case.
You'll see these dividers coming up on the left, which I hate them. There they are right there. Because they're brick, they don't stand out as much, so at night they freak me out. Coming up here on the right is going to be some pedestrians, and I can see them and tell that they're human. I just can't tell if they're male or female or if I know them until I get pretty close, probably about right there. But I can see them, so I'm not going to hit them. I can see small animals too. I just can't tell maybe if something's a cat or a raccoon. But yeah. So anyways, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
You were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh you meant the